We're here today at Changi Exhibition Centre where 150 people have gathered today to watch the British driver blaze his initials across the tarmac in a pledge never to drink and drive. Formula One star Lewis Hamilton is in town to promote Johnny Walker's responsible drinking campaign ahead of the Singapore Grand Prix, which kicks off on Friday. Showing off his driving skills to his local fans, the 27-year-old said he had no trouble passing his driving test on his first try 10 years ago.
Yes, I can comfortably say I did. Thank goodness. I think Jensen didn't, so... but, no, I remember I had a lot of pressure because I was obviously karting, and I think I was doing single-seaters or something then. And so pressure from school, everyone was like, oh, you got to pass your first time. And I was thinking, geez. So I remember doing my test, and where I'm from, where we do our test is usually where we do our lessons. And I did 3 lessons, but I did them in different places in the UK.
Right.
And I couldn't get a driving test in my area, which I knew. I had to go all the way to, southeast. I think it was southeast of London to do the test, and I didn't know the roads. And I remember when I remember the actual start of my test, and my foot was shaking like crazy. My leg was shaking like crazy.
How old were you? I nearly
kangarooed.
How old were you at that
17.
point?
Shaking or not, Hamilton has definitely proved that he's a force to be reckoned with, achieving the title of the youngest driver to lead the World Championships at the 2007 Spanish Grand Prix.
What motivates you before a race?
Well, I'm just constantly motivated. I want to win. So I grew up wanting to win since I was like 8 years old. Since I started racing, I always wanted to be at the front of the pack. I wanted to, race in between people, overtake people, and come out in the front and outmaneuver, outsmart, and outwit my competitors. And I think what still drives me today is literally the future goal, which is to win the World Championship, to be number 1 around the world out of all the top drivers. This is the pinnacle of motorsport, and to be here competing for that position is such a unique experience.
At the event, one lucky fan was chosen to sit in the car with Lewis Hamilton. Okay, we're here also with Raymond, who has actually got a chance to sit in the car with him, right?
Yes.
So how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling quite excited because during the drifting, so the process is just like a roller coaster ride. Of course, I have Lewis beside me, so that's make it a special event for me today.
Other fans also got a chance to receive personal autographs from the F1 driver. We're here with Betha, a very big Lewis Hamilton fan. So Betha, how are you feeling right now?
So happy. At last, after 5 years, I got his signature on my shirt, and this is after 5 years because I've been waiting to meet him since 2008, since the first Grand Prix in Singapore, and only now, thanks to Johnny Walker for this event, that I finally got to take pictures of Lewis and finally got to stand beside him, and that's really, really exhilarating.
Singapore's very own racing legend Rodney Siao, who won the 1967 Singapore Grand Prix, was also present at the event, sharing his racing experience over the years.
This was in Kuala Lumpur, Batu Tiga, in the old Petaling Jaya circuit. My gas tank leaked, and I was sitting in a puddle of gasoline, and I was contemplating what to do. It's so painful whether I should stop or carry on. So I said, even if I stop, the pain will still be there. So I carried on the race.
A real privilege to be here and to meet these guys who raced at a time in motorsport where it's incredibly dangerous, where safety was a real issue. So, he had to be incredibly brave back then, incredibly daring, and, I have huge amount of respect for people who raced back then.
Lewis Hamilton is currently second in the standings behind Ferrari's Fernando Alonso after 2 wins in the last 3 races. So what do his fans think of his chances of winning the Singapore Grand Prix? What do you think are his chances this round?
Oh, very high, because he's the second driver just back to Alonso, and that's his 20 over or 30 over points behind him. So he stands a great chance because we still have many races behind it after Singapore race.
Oh, Lewis' chances is very big, right? Because currently he won most. Lewis and Fernando has the most chances of winning the here in Singapore because they had their most wins. Like Lewis won here first, and then followed by Alonso, and then Lewis, and then Vettel. So this year, it might be Lewis or Hamilton or Vettel again, since they already know the track. And for the World Championship, I think Lewis also has a great chance.
So it seems confidence level is high and the stage is set for Hamilton. Only question is, will he succeed?